So we are going to start with our measurement. This is for short. We'll take the waist, the hip, our thigh, our lower thigh, and our crotch height. Now the lower thigh is the point where the short is going to stop, and for our crotch height, one way we can do this is to sit on a flat chair and measure from our waist point to where our bum touches the chair. And next, or another way we can do this is to divide our hip measurement by 4 and add 0.5. Now there are different ways to do this, but that is just one way. Now you can see that there's a table there. We have the front and the back. It's like that because the front part of our body is a little bit straight than the back, so obviously the back is going to take more of the measurement than the front. So you see that I split them in two. So what I did was that anywhere I see a odd number, I'll put the even number. When split in two, I'll put the even number at the front, and at the back I'll put the odd number. But when the two measurements are the same, let's say for example it's 40, if you divide it by 2, that will give you 20 and 20. So I will take 1 from the front and carry it to the back, so it will now be 19 and 21. Or if it's too much for you can make it 19.5 and 20.5, but the back has to be bigger than the front. And that's what I did for all the measurements, from our waist measurement, our hip measurement, and our lower thigh measurement. Now for our thigh measurement, that's going to be the crotch distance. That's that L shape, and so that one we do not divide it. It's both equal at the front and at the back. So again, I will divide it by 2 so that when we are drawing the pattern, it will make more sense. And that's what I did. For our pattern drafting, we need tape rule, our ruler, versatile ruler as it's called, scissors. So now I'm going to input my vertical measurement, the first one being the crotch height, which is our hip divided by 4 plus 0.5, or from your waist to where your bum hits the chair. And that's what I'm labeling there. Then I'll go on to the full length measurement from the waist to where I want my short to stop, and that's what I'm putting in now. Then I'll go up 3 inches to give me my hip line, because the hip line is 3 inches above our crotch line, and the upper part will be our waist. Now I'm going to impute just the front measurement. Remember we are going to put the biggest measurement to get our box. You see why very soon. So I'll put our crotch or our thigh measurement to get the box, just so that it will be accurate. Then this box, we are going to find the midpoint of the box, and we are going to draw another line. All these are just for accuracy purposes, so that's me drawing another line. So I'm going to put in my thigh measurements now. I'm not adding any allowances to it. And for my thigh, I'll go up to my hip line straight, and from my hip line at that point I'll go out towards the edge of the box. It's like we are drawing a step, and when I put that in, I'm going to go up again to give me my waist measurement, and that's what I'm doing there. So you can see it's coming out nice. So you can decide to find your angle 90 to draw the L shape or the curved shape at the crotch point, or you can just freehand this part, go out 6/8, then you draw your curve to get your crotch line, and that's that. And next we are going to impute our waist measurement from that line we connected from the hip, and at the crotch length, that's the bottom of the thigh, we'll go out equally on both sides. We're not just randomly placing the measurement, but we'll go out equally on both the back, on both sides of the line. So that means we shed our thigh measurement, the bottom thigh measurement, into 2, putting each at both sides, because if we just put it from the edge of the paper, it's going to give us a very weird shape. this is me just connecting all my points together to give me the shape of my shorts, and that's how I got my front. So I'm going to, usually I'm supposed to go down 1.5 inch, and that's what I'm doing there because I need a band. So I did that after drawing my waistline, because if I just use normal waistline at that point, it's going to be too tight. So it's after you draw your waistline, then you go down 1.5 inch before you cut out, as I am doing. Now we have our front, and I'm tracing it out, and I'll use this traced out part to extend and make our back pattern. So I'm just connecting all the lines for the ones I'm going to use again, as I'm doing now. Then I'm going to start from the mid back. I'm going to go in 1 inch and go out at the crush point 2.5, and this time I'm going to impute the back measurement that I drew out. So I'm going to get the midpoint and then extend it, because obviously the back is bigger than the front. So I'll go to the hip, I'll extend it, I'll go to the back, I'll extend it at the front, at the waist point as well. So that's me extending it to give me my new back pattern, because the back and the front cannot be the same thing. I'm also going to go up 1 inch or 1.5 depending on the person's size, and curve it back to make sure that the seam line is the same point as the back, because if the back seam line at the side is longer, it's going to give you an unequal shot. So you have to make sure it is curved. And at the front too, I'm going to connect my new point. I don't know why it was cut out in my camera. Okay, here it is now. So I'm going to connect that new waistline to this crush point to give me my new crush point, because this is for the back. I don't know if I'm making sense. Please, I would need you guys to comment if my description is too fast, if my video is too fast, or if I'm not making any sense. But I hope you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So that is that. So I need to cross check if what I did is correct. So I'm going to measure the back at the side seam, and I'm going to measure it at the inseam to see if it's aligned, so that one will not be longer than the other. So that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm making the needed corrections since the back was now a bit longer than the front. Then after that, I've cut it out, as you can see in this video here. And this is my final pattern. You can go ahead and cut. Remember to add your allowance, whatever you might need. So this is the finished piece. It comes with the shirt. If you want to see how I drafted the shirt and how I sewed the shorts, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.